Hi, I'm Brickroad, kicking back on this fine Tuesday, Saturday, with some more Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta 2020, and my water job for, I think, my 6th Fiesta run is Bard. So, I am going to change Faris into a Bard, and only Faris. I went with Faris because she's slightly behind the others as far as Blue Mage ability points goes. And I know from experience that Bard has only a little, I think you can master the whole job, I think, in 150 ability points or something. We're just going to go ahead and give Faris learning. Nobody is high enough level in Blue Mage yet to learn Blue. I think what I might do is, once I get somebody to learn the Blue command, I might turn them into a Bard with Blue. But for now, I do have to have a Bard. And here's the problem with having a Bard this early is I have no songs. I have no way to get songs yet either. It's not far enough in the game. So Faris is really dead weight for a little while. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to go buy her a dagger or any such nonsense. I think we're just going to stick with what we have for now. And yeah, let's get rolling here. So the next thing we need to do is check out this meteor, and there'll be a little teleport spot inside. That'll take us to another meteor across the way and onto the next part in the game. However, Bard does open up some interesting blue magic opportunities. I was talking in the first episode of certain blue magic spells you can't get unless you confuse your opposition. They won't use them on you otherwise. And Bard just happens to have the best method to confuse an opponent in the whole game. It's better than any other way to do it. So Bard's probably... If there are 3 broken jobs in this game, Chemist is the most broken, because if you have Chemist in your party, you can literally make your party invincible to everything all the time. Number 2 would probably be Samurai, which is the most powerful single job in the game that requires absolutely no thought or foresight to use properly. But number 3 is Bard. Bard is really broken. The difference between Bard and Samurai is that Bard is very solidly a support class. And we're not going to get to see what they're good at for a little while. So for now, we're just going to have Faris defend a lot. She does have the learning attributes, so... That's actually a blue magic spell right there. It's called Revenge Blast, and what it does is it deals an amount of damage equal to how many hit points you're missing. So the lower hit points you have, the better off you'll be as far as dealing damage. However, I endeavor not to have low hit point totals if possible, so we're just going to take the blue magic spell and get out of here, basically. That's not good. That's not good that Galuf got his face bitten off there. We'll get him back up and running. It'll be fantastic. I have been corrected on one Blue Mage functionality that I was not completely aware of. Apparently the Goblin Punch... Yeah, just go ahead and kill Galuf again. That's fine. We're going to waste 1,000 gold with a Phoenix Downs trying to get the old man back up on his feet. Apparently Goblin Punch is at least the equivalent of a regular attack. Which does seem to be the case. And it's also supposed to be back row okay. So I should be able to always put my Blue Mages in the back row. One property of Goblin Punch that I did know about is that if you are the same level as your target, it does 4 times as much damage. And the reason that's important is it's big damage if you can set it up ahead of time. Which I'm actually not super worried about. But is Goblin Punch a free spell? It is. So we might just use Goblin Punch for our majority damage going forward, at least for a little while, and see if it holds up. There's also a couple other edge cases where Goblin Punch is going to be useful. But if it's back row okay... Well, I can't Pawn's Chorus everybody. If it's back row okay, then... we should just be able to leave the blue mages in the back row. I mean, we're going to only deal a little bit of damage to that turtle anyway, because he's got high defense. How about we hit him with arrow? It's a little better. Eventually, Forrest will be, once again, a useful member of our team. Don't you worry. Oh, Lena also has the old status. You can tell she's got gray hair right now. Which is going to limit her damage output by quite a bit. So I've actually already done my hashtag fire. So I've rolled my fire job. I haven't looked up what it is yet. The reason for that is we actually get access to the fire crystal right after the next major dungeon in the game. So I wanted to make sure I had that ready to go and not have to wait for the Twitter turnaround time. And have weird downtime in the video. Or have just like a 30 or 40 minute video as opposed to... I think I'm going to aim for 90 minutes in each episode. Would probably be pretty good in this series. But I do have the webpage ready to go. All I have to do is hit refresh and I will know what my Fire Crystal job is. And because I'm using the All Jobs cheat code, I'll be able to switch to it no matter what it is immediately. But yeah, I think what I will do is once one of the three, Bartz, Lena, or Galuf, once they learn blue, I'll have one of them become my bard. Then I'll at least have a bard that can use blue magic. Right now, Forrest is only a bard because I have to have somebody in the group who's a bard. I am not allowed to not have a bard in the party. If I weren't using this patch, if I weren't using the All Jobs patch, what I would have to do is play the game until I unlocked the Fire Crystal jobs, and then I could start using Bard. But I actually do prefer the All Jobs patch and just having everything available to me for the whole game. I think it creates some interesting situations, and this guy's got quite a lot of hit points, I'm starting to notice. Can I arrow him for more damage, I wonder? No, not quite. I'd really rather Forrest not die here. I might swap my blue mage around a little bit just to get Forrest some hit points back. Or I might just run from encounters between here and the next area. Either way is fine. Keep defending. Galuf gonna heal himself. I hope this thing's not undead. It's not. So it's just the big bird here that has lots and lots of hit points. Just the big bird. Might be able to turn him into a frog. I guess we could try that. But clearly, whatever level these monsters are, we are not that level. And that's the reason, the primary reason that I don't try to use Goblin Punch offensively is because I just, keeping track of what level you are versus what level the opposition is can be a big pain in the butt. This is a place in the game where you can stockpile turtle shells, which might be useful if we do roll the chemist's job. We will need those turtle shell items. But for now, let's just run from this fight. And the next plot trigger is actually attempting to buy an item here. So all of the items, because this is a super rich city, are half price. So we can attempt to buy one item, but in so doing, we will trigger the next event. So I'm going to try to buy a Frost Rod. And I think it actually does give you the Frost Rod. I guess we'll find out. Once we see the next cutscene, all of those items go back to their regular prices. The next boss is kind of a roadblock for some parties. I don't think we're going to have a problem with it. I remember it has 3 forms, and the 3 forms do different things. It has one form that tries to heal itself. It has one form that tries to cast a fire spell on me that uses its own magic points, and it has one that just uses a fire spell on me that doesn't require magic points. I also remember it being immune to all elements except ice, so my arrow spell's not going to help me against it. So I've got... I guess I could check. Do I actually have 2 Frost Rods? Yeah, it gave me the Frost Rod. So I did get a Frost Rod from that. I've got 2. We have to sit through this incredibly long cutscene where Sid accidentally blows his way into the wrong cell. Good old Sid. In some ways, all of the problems in the world right now are Sid's fault. That's not actually a an exaggeration either. That's actually pretty accurate. He's the one who designed and built the machines that amplifies the crystal's power, and the machines are starting to make the crystals explode, which in some capacity is a good thing, because it does mean that I have all these cool outfits and magic attacks and stuff. But it's also causing the world to be a little bit destroyed. So, he tried to get the machines turned off, but the Queen of Carnac is, you know what? I can't say what she is in like a PG-13 channel. So, she's one of those. So she imprisons Sid instead. However, it's not long before the crystal starts developing cracks, and so the queen sends her man down here to be like, oh, you better go get Sid out of jail. And then Sid's like, I'm going to stay in jail unless you let these people out too. And then it's our job to investigate the fire-powered ship, which, in the unofficial ROM hack translation of this game from the 1990s, I believe was translated as Steamship, and I think they probably should have kept Steamship. But I also get why they went with fire-powered ship, I suppose. That way it's... The connection between that ship and the fire crystal is much stronger than if you just called it a steamship. We definitely need to try to get some better armor, though. Even if we're going to be rocking the back row this whole next dungeon, we definitely want to get some armor. I also want to keep track of my level here. Okay, here's the plan. Excuse me. Bart's is level 9, and I want to be level 10 for the next dungeon. I can't have him reach level 11. Level 11, if we go to level 11... I guess it doesn't have to be Bart's. It can be other people, too, and they're all level 8s. Who is... Oh, everybody's good. Everybody's about to hit level 9, it looks like. 16... 8. So, yeah, everybody's about to hit level 9. Bart's is already there. I want at least one person at level 10. At the end of this dungeon. Otherwise, we gotta take everybody to level 15. We have to be a multiple of 5 to learn a pretty important blue magic spell. Also, apparently you don't need people alive to learn blue magic in this game. I think that's the case in Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy IX, but not Final Fantasy V. Is probably the case. Let's go ahead and hit the inn real quick. Let's see about getting some more... I think 2 Frost Rods is probably good for this next boss fight. And maybe a Mithril Knife for Faris. But it's going to be really important to get... Faris has a silk robe already. She can't use silver plates. I think we're going to need 4 of these. And we can use some silver plate. I can get 2 of those, and then get an inn stay. So that should be good. We can just optimize for now. And I think do I want to get a Mithril Knife for Faris here? What do I have to sell, actually? I can sell 2 of these. I might roll Samurai, so I don't want to get rid of this just yet. I might roll Beastmaster, so I don't want to get rid of this just yet. I might roll Knight, so I don't want to get rid of that just yet. I can get rid of these. I can get rid of Leather Armor. I can repurchase those if I want to. My question now is, like, I'm not sure if Goblin Punch... Is it just based on my strength, or is it based on my attack power? If it's based on my attack power, you can see that my strength doesn't change if I put on a weaker weapon, but my attack power does go down. I can buy one, and then we can kind of science it if we have to. Bard also cannot use a staff, which is unfortunate. So, well, if Galif's Goblin Punch does considerably more damage than everybody else's, we know that that is the case. And now let's hit the inn. I think Goblin Punch can't miss either, because a lot of blinding happens in the next dungeon. In fact, we're going to get a Blue Magic Blind spell, I'm pretty sure. As we go through. But I'm considering... Once somebody hits level 10, I'm just going to start running from all the fights in this dungeon coming up. Because I really don't want to level past 10 just yet. So, let's go into the fire-powered ship. Let's see if I can remember my way through here. I often can't. It's kind of a confusing dungeon, but lots and lots of cool stuff in here as we go through. Let's make sure I have some tents, too, actually, just in case I need to... I do have some tents. Okay, we should be good to go then. Some of the cooler music in the game, I do think. Crew Dust. This is the stuff we want to see. Alright, so how much Lena's Goblin Punch is doing? 66. I want to see what Galif's can do with that. He's got a mithril sword instead of a long sword. And he's doing considerably more damage, so... It is based on your attack power, not your strength. Seems to be the case. And what we want to do here is wait for one of these guys to be killed. Oh, you know, it might be a counter attack. Nope, there it is. We're good. So that's going to blind everybody. Well, not everybody, but some people. And that's a blue magic that I now know. We'll also be able to science whether this Goblin Punch situation, whether it actually misses or not. Let's find out. Whereas if Faris, if I tried to attack, could actually miss. Because she's blind. It's pretty likely. So there's a bunch of level... Everybody's level 9 now, and once somebody hits level 10, we're gonna knock it off with that. I'm gonna give you this Mithril Glove. You can't use it. Never mind. Nobody gets a Mithril Glove. That's a strength up, I think. And I would have liked to give that to Galif. My question is, how much stuff in here is undead and what is not? I'm pretty sure the Crew Dust is. These defeaters I'm less sure of. There is actually one more... Let's just test it. Let's just test it out. Okay, so those guys are alive. There is one more blue magic spell in here, but we need some way to cast lightning magic, and the only way we can do that right now is to buy and break a Thunder Rod. And I don't think it's worth it for the blue magic we get in return. But these hipsters here do use blue magic if you hit them with thunder magic. Which we just don't have a way to do right now. There's no lightning blue magic in the cards. I mean, I guess I could just go buy a thunder rod and come in here and get it for the sake of completion. But I also think we're going to get that blue magic for free later on. How about Arrow? Is Arrow good today? I'm red now. Oh, I'm Berserk. That's probably not good. I do want to try Arrow, though. Unless for some reason it'll count Arrow as Thunder Magic. Yeah, it's better to go Arrow against these guys. Oh, they're not Berserked, they're stopped. Well, that's a thing that happened. So 2 arrows in a bit for the motor traps. How are we looking until level 10? We've got 246. So about 250 experience until level 10. And when we get to that point, we don't want to level up any more in here. There's our elixir. One of the monsters in here, I forget which one. I think it's the poltergeists. I don't feel like fighting all these guys here right now. We'll get our 250 experience on littler fights. I think it's the poltergeist. You can steal high potions from them. And if you're rocking thieves, and thieves are pretty much all you have going for you, you kind of have to. I spent a lot of time in here stealing high potions when I had a... last time I had thieves. Hoping we're getting pretty close to learning blue as well. Blue as in just the command. The command that allows you to use blue magic as any class. I would be super into that right now. Otherwise, I don't have any means of healing Faris except for potions. Which are at a premium right now. Yeah, go ahead and do it. I don't care if I'm blind. Just give everybody cool sunglasses. You heard? Just hook me up, dog. We're a ways away. We're halfway to the next job level up. And we do still have to run away. What kind of gold? What's my gold situation right now? Not quite enough to buy another mithril sword. I don't think I want mithril swords right now anyway. It's not worth leaving the dungeon to buy them and come back, I don't think. Replace one of our Phoenix Downs that we used in that ill-featured dog fight situation. Yeah, back attack we're not going to deal with very well. Let's get out of there. Now Galuf is almost dead. Alright, here we go. I think, because this is where the dungeon gets really non-linear, I think what I want to do is go through this tunnel here, drop down to the floor below, and then there's a couple different paths we can take, and most of them lead to treasure, but some of them lead to the next area of the dungeon. And we obviously want to do the ones that lead to treasure first. So we're going to be backtracking a little bit in this dungeon if I forget exactly where to go. I'm just going to start here and go around, and we'll see what happens. So the left path takes me just right back where I was. Okay, fair enough. And then we'll try path number 2. And that's going to take me to the bottom hole. So we got this little room here. So this is the path forward. Path number 2 is the path forward. If I take the stairs up here, I think this is my... Yeah, it's my thief weapon, Moonring Blade. Only a thief can use it, though. I might roll thief. We don't know. We'll get our fire job after this dungeon. Yeah, so we want to actually go back now and then try the third path. Ah, so that's where that door goes. So we'll try the third path now. So we've done paths 1 and 2, and we've done door number 3. We need to do door number 2, and then the fourth path, and we'll have seen everything. Okay, so this is... There's my thief glove. So kind of a thief-focused dungeon a little bit. Thieves are a really good class. It's a really interesting job because everything in this fight's undead, so I need to get out of here before Galuf gets killed. They're not very useful in combat, at least not early in the game, not so much later in the game, but their special abilities, their ability to never get back, monsters cannot get back attacks against you, you can see hidden passages, you can steal items, like these abilities, plus their high agility in battle, makes it really good for them. They just run from every encounter, you just ignore every encounter. One of the first actions they get is called Flee. Oh, I want that. That's going to be behind door number 2, I bet. So up here is the... That's going to go back up, and this is going to go... I don't know where this is going to go. Oh, right here. Okay, good. A green beret. Let's give that to good old Galuf. Let's get battle on this conveyor belt here. And this might be door number 2, actually. This might take me there. But yeah, thieves, they have the flee ability, which just ignore random encounters. You can just leave every random encounter instantly. So if you have thieves in your party, you have that advantage going for you. It makes it really easy to power up that that chicken knife in World 3. Okay, we're going to pop a tent. I'm going to have a sip of my ice-cold, delicious Mr. Pibb. We told the Instacart lady to bring us Dr. Pepper. She brought us Mr. Pibb. And here we are in this room now. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I remember how this goes. As we get into some more encounters. Very good. We'll take this guy down. So without looking it up, my memory tells me that the boss fight, I want to wait for one of the forms to use up all of its magic points. And that'll prevent it from casting fire magic on me in one of its other forms. But there's also a form that can still cast fire magic on me. And there's one form that I don't think Arrow will affect. I think it'll just do 0 damage. We have to do ice damage. So I'm wondering if I should try the fight with Arrow and Vampire. And then if it doesn't work, like if I get killed, I will bust a Frost Rod. Maybe I won't even wait until I get killed. Like if I just notice that it's going to be a losing fight if I get into a battle where it's going to be a war of attrition kind of situation. And I'll just know better. Excuse me. We need to take this one up. We don't want to go back here. I think this is an elixir, right? Yeah, an elixir. Okay, so we're going to try the boss fight here. And that's about as healed as we're going to get. Faris has some high potions to heal herself with if she needs to. We might be giving Faris up for dead, depending on how bad we get hit by fire magic here. Alright, here we go. So every time I attack this monster, it'll change forms. And Forest doesn't have a good way to heal herself. She might just be out for the count if it turns out the damage is going to be too rough. We'll see how it goes. So this is Man Form. Man Form is going to cast his Blaze spell at us. I'm going to try Arrow and see if Arrow can damage the Man Form. No. Oh, it heals it. That's terrible. Let's try Vampire. We have to actually damage it to get it to change form. So there's the hand, and I think we should be able to damage the hand. No, I heals it with Arrow regardless. Alright, so it looks like Vampire it is. Or not. Ooh, I wonder if we could blind it. Okay, so we didn't see an animation for blind, which means it did not work. And that fire spell is what we don't want to see. However, that fire spell costs magic points to cast, and this tornado form will only ever cast fire on itself to heal. So we'll go ahead and let it do that. We know Arrow's not going to work. We're going to have to stick to Goblin Punch and Vampire. And we will get Forest back up on her feet. And we'll just wait for the tornado to burn itself out. And we're going to have to Goblin Punch it and Vampire it. Good news is Vampire will keep us healed, except for Forest, who doesn't have access to it right now. And it's the Man form we really want to look out for, because that's the one that uses the Blaze attack. It only did about 30 or 40 damage to us, which is okay. Forest can eat a couple of those before she has to heal again. It's out of MP, so let's go ahead and do it upright. There's the hand. So the hand's going to try to cast Fire, and I don't think it's going to be able to. Ooh, no, it totally was. Why was it? Oh, you know what? Each of the four must have its own MP pool. That's not good at all. Definitely not. Well, okay. Fair enough. At least it can't heal itself. The problem is that Fire 2 in hand form will completely wreck us. And we don't have the Phoenix Downs to really outlast it, and I don't really know how much health the thing has. We might be in for the long haul, then. It might not be worth going for Vampire like that, then. Like, unless I'm down under 100 hit points or so. Because as soon as we use Vampire against this, it's going to retaliate with Fire a watch. And that's always going to kill us. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Lena back up. We'll let him punch me in the face, that's okay. And we're going to bust a Frost Rod on him. Oh! Just barely killed Lena. That's not good. Last Phoenix down. So I don't want Lena to miss out on the ability points for this fight, which is why we're doing it this way. One more Frost Rod should do the trick. I really thought running it out of magic points in that one phase would mean it couldn't cast Fire in its other phase, but I was wrong. And that's it. And we get a flame bow. Well, if we get ranger as our last job, will be helpful. And I'm going to need to use a tent because we're about to do what's called the Carnac Escape. We can come back into this dungeon later if we want. There's a way back in here. But first, we have to escape. Why they have their ship connected to the castle at Carnac through a tunnel? I don't know, because the ship can't sail away in this state, surely. Like, if they built the ship to only be powered by the fire crystal, as long as it's, like, plugged into the fire crystal, it's kind of ineffective as a ship, you would think. Why didn't we think of that? Why did we think of just blowing our way in through the wall? Anyway, that's the benefit of having jobs that can equip rods. And that's why the spellcasting jobs, one of the Fiesta settings you can set up when you first decide to play and tweet out to the Twitter bot, hey, I want to play. You can say Team 750. And what that means is give me magic using jobs that can equip rods, because that's what a rod costs, 750 gil. And then the converse of that is Team No 750, which is teams that can't use rods. But before I look up what my third job is, we gotta get through the Carnac Escape. If it's Ranger, we have a weapon we can immediately give them, which is nice. We shouldn't actually have access to bows yet. I think that boss always drops that bow if you kill that particular form. I want to say that each form of that boss has a different drop depending on what phase it's in when you land the killing blow, but I couldn't imagine what the other two are. If they're all fire weapons, I would guess it'd have to be a fire rod and a fire scroll, because I can't think of any other fire weapons from this stage in the game. There's a fire sword much later in the game, but I can't imagine they'd give that to you at this point. Or it could just be something dumb like a high potion. I have no idea. But yeah, there's 2 blue magic spells we want to get in the escape out of here. And a couple of actual items we want as well. So we're going to have to do some fighting here and hope nobody gets to level 11. But the fighting should go quick if we can get the first blue magic spell that we are entitled to. You can see we can't actually reach the crystal shards right now. They're on the other side of these pipes. And we don't have a moment to lose. So the first thing we need to do is run down here, take the heal, save here with 8 seconds off the clock. Alright, moving on up. There's a lot of elixirs and stuff in these locations. Not really super interested in elixirs, though. May have use of them very late in the game, but we'll also have other sources, other ways to get them late in the game. So, upstairs first is where the treasure is. You get some free gil, which is nice. But these side tower areas are where we're going to find an Elm Gigas. Elm Gigas is your boy. Please get me out of here. Thank you. Alright, so let's take care of the sorcerer and stuff first. I'm gonna try to flash, I think, and then arrow. So that should have blinded them. If you see an animation, that means the spell at least went off, which means it affected at least one of the legal targets alive. There's no actual visual indication in this version of the game of whether or not an individual monster is blinded. Although the sorcerer just missed us while the Gigas hit us. So that's a pretty strong indication if I had to guess. And then we just want to sandbag in this fight. We just want to chill out and wait for that Gigas is eventually going to use Aurora, or Arrow 2, depending on which version. Well, we're playing this version, so I guess I don't need to tell you what it's called in other versions. There it is. Oh, Era, not Aurora. Ooh, Bartz is dead! Can I get him back? Is he going to get back up? I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't have another Phoenix down, do I? I do not. Oh, Bartz is just dead. Just dead, dead, dead. Okay, well, I've got a plan once I get out of here. Oh, what do I need to do? I need to... If he uses Era again... He's one-shotting everybody. Oh! This is why we saved. Can I hit him with Arrow? No. Heals him. He can cast it twice, then he's out of MP. Well, that's... I'm gonna be honest, kids, it's not going well for us right now. Can I... And he's gonna retaliate every single time with Arrow, and then try to use Arrow on his turns. Ooh, I don't have any way to get more Phoenix downs either, so we're gonna have to... Goblin punch this guy to death. I can't let Forest die, though. If Forest dies, that's extremely bad news. Keep losing Goblin Punch. Now it can't do anything, which is nice. Whew! How many hit points do these things possibly have? We might not have time to get the other treasures out of here, then. I was not expecting Era to one-shot us like that. That kind of came out of nowhere. I can go back down to the pot, though, and get everybody back. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll go back down to the pot. I wonder what happens in this scene if you save at the wrong spot. Like, if you save with not enough time left to actually do anything. And you're in the castle when it blows up. I actually don't know the answer to that. Do I reset this and try this again? Even if I did, I wouldn't have a way to prevent Era from killing me, and I don't have more Phoenix downs. And I've got no idea how many hit points these things have. I know Goblin Punch is not doing it for me, though. We're in a pickle. Sometimes that happens in Fiesta runs. I should find out if they can be frogged, I guess. It looks like he is blinded because he's missing pretty consistently. Can you be... We're on a fact-finding mission now. Okay, so it looks like frog is not going to work. We just don't have a way to survive 2 Era spells right now. And we have no other means... Unless we... No, that's not going to do anything. That's Revenge Blast. Okay. So, I'm going to reset this, actually. And what are my options here? Because he's going to kill 2 people with Era. I don't have a way around that. And nobody can survive Era, either. Are there the same Gigases in... Well, you know what? The chests out here are elixirs and stuff, and I don't really want elixirs and stuff. There's a couple of chests with actually good treasure in them, and the problem is at this stage in the game I don't know what treasure I'm going to need. Because I don't know what my last 2 jobs are. Okay, that one I can open safely. Oh, you know, we better give Bart's a weapon so his Goblin Punch doesn't suck terribly. Okay. If we can try to get it to use up a bunch of magic points on Arrow instead of Era, we might be able to... Like, this spell here should be fine. We do want to blind him with Flash. Yeah, because he's counterattacking, and that is going to use up magic points. So I think we just Vampire him constantly. Once he gets a turn, he will use Era and kill one of us. And with any luck, he'll kill Faris. That's exactly what we want to see. Okay, that's good stuff. Now, Vampire. I want to see if I can burn him down on magic points enough that he can't use Era a second time. If we can do that, then we've got 3 blue mages standing, and that's good eats. We're going to have to Goblin Punch now. I'm liking all this arrow that we're seeing. This is good. This is good. I can work with this a little bit. There, he's out of MP, so we've only seen 1 arrow. That's excellent. Exactly good. And we should take him down quicker now because we've got more people to actually put out damage against him. Well, I wonder if I should have went with Revenge Blast for Lena. No, because if he uses Elbow again and she doesn't dodge it, we're back where we started. But now the same question is, how much health does this guy actually have? That's what we're about to find out. I don't think we're going to have time to go down the other tower, is the problem here. I might go downstairs just to get Faris back up at the pot. Maybe save in a second slot. Alright, that's that. And there's Era. Elven Mantle. So yeah, we did want this. For sure. Alright. Looks like that took about 3 minutes all told. So we have time to run back down to the pot and then go up to the second tower. These fights I can run from. Or he can run from me, is also fine. So if I go up the second tower, and that also takes about 3 minutes, that means I've got about 3 minutes left to do the boss of the area. It's actually going to take about 4.5 minutes. I'm going to save in a second slot. We'll see where it goes, where it gets us. Goodbye swords, whatever that run was. See, that second Elven Mantle is something we definitely want to get. What was the other one? Is it I think it's a Mage Masher, perhaps? Which is a weapon that we're going to want. And then there's a third item. It's a white magic spell. Like right near the exit, but I don't think we're going to have time to grab it, and we can buy white magic later, so it's not super important that we get it now. Same deal as before, we're going to try to burn it down. If we can. And hopefully he'll kill Forest. And hopefully that sorcerer back there doesn't do something terrible to us. Oh, that's not good. Alright, I want to take out the sorcerer here. I don't think we're going to have time to do this. In fact, I'll tell you right now, without Gallop, it's not going to happen. So, do I forego that treasure? Is that what we do here? We forego the treasure? I want to say it's a Mage Masher. Or do we make another run at it? The thing is, even if we win, I don't think we're going to have enough time to get out. And getting the blue magic on the way out is going to be more helpful to us in the short run. Mage Mashers, I'm pretty sure we can purchase later anyway. Or maybe we can't. This is where I would open up. There's a little app that sits on my toolbar called the Fiesta Tools. I can look up stuff like this. But don't have it available right now. So these guys. We want to kill all the dogs, and the sergeant, huh? The sergeant is going to transform into a boss. And the boss is going to use something great. And it doesn't matter who he uses, which one of us he uses it on. Because I've got 3 blue mages and I've got Forest who can learn. So we'll just wait him out. Nope, that's not going to help. Got 5.5 minutes. We'll sit here and wait. And you can just beat Forest to death if you want. In fact, I'm going to give Forest a potion. So you can't beat Forest to death. Nope. Doesn't want to use any blue magic. There it is. Oh, didn't hit anybody. I think it actually has to hit somebody. So we have to wait for it again. And if we use Vampire to heal, we are damaging him. I don't know what kind of hit point total he has. There we go. Okay. So that's going to put Bart's into critical hit points. But after this fight, we'll have access to that attack. This just means I don't have to waste time making Forest defend, which is excellent. There we go. There's Deathclaw. 4 minutes is not enough time to run back, is it? I almost want to run back. Well, sitting here deliberating is not going to bring me any closer to my goal. I got Era and I got Deathclaw. Those are the actually useful things that we can get. So if I couldn't survive Era, there is no chance of being able to survive Aqua Breath, which is the next blue magic spell we're able to pick up. Oh, and I can look at my fire job now. So the actual jobs that get unlocked here are Beastmaster, and Geomancer, both of which are ho-hum jobs, and Ninja, which is one of the strongest jobs in the game. And my job is reloading the page, reloading the page. Black Mage! Ho ho ho! You don't say, do ya? Okay. 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 I still need a bard in the party. I'm gonna leave Forrest as a bard. Black Mage. I'm excited. I've never had a Black Mage in the Fiesta. Well, first things first, I guess we gotta buy some black magic, and there's some good black magic for sale here. Oh, it's all for sale, Daddy. Okay, well, we're gonna... something obvious thing. And let's actually set one of our... let's actually set our mage. You know what? Who's the coolest looking black mage? It's not Lena. Oh, it's gotta be Galuf, right? Yeah, it's gotta be Galuf. Alright, so black mage. With learning, why not? I do want the black mage to have the elven mantle, I think. And for the next dungeon, I do need to buy... I use both my frost rods. I'm going to want all of the rods, though. In fact, I might be back later to buy more and more of them. I could go in and get that blue magic spell now if I wanted to. In fact, maybe I will. But I'm going to need one of these. Let's go ahead and get everybody else equipped. So you can use the mithril sword now. And you can give you a frost rod. You need something to wear, my boy. What a silk robe. You can wear one of those. Okay. I don't know why I sorted my inventory there. That didn't help me at all. Okay, so should I go back in and get the blue magic that I can actually get now? I think for now these are the only spells I'm going to need. Wow, this is a really good party. One of the benchmarks I use, I'm going through the game. At the very, very end of the game, you can go for what's called the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown is defeating the 3 hardest bosses in the game. Without getting into the bonus stuff in the advanced version. The advanced version of the game, and I think the terrible Steam version that looks like it's been smeared with Vaseline, also has like a super dungeon and like a whole bunch of extra content and a couple of new jobs and things. But most people who play the Fiesta play the SNES version of the game, so the Fiesta rules don't really encompass a lot of that stuff. But the 3 hardest bosses in the vanilla game are the final boss, Neo X-Death, and then 2 of the bosses in the final dungeon, Omega and Shinryu. And... do I even want this blue magic spell? Where's Forrest at here? Oh, Forrest... here's the problem. Forrest is going to go up to level 10. I need somebody at level 10, but I can't have everybody at level 10. If everybody's at level 10... something bad will happen in the next dungeon. So I need one person, at least one person, to be level 11 before going to the next dungeon. So we are going to have to do some leveling up, so I might as well go in here and do it now. But one of the benchmarks I use when I see what my Fiesta team is going to be is, like, figuring out if I'm going to be able to do the Triple Crown at the end. Bard alone is good enough to clear one of the fights. Bard alone is that good. Oh, would have loved to have this my first run through this dungeon. Oh, look at that. This team, I think, doesn't really matter what my 4th job is. This team alone, Blue, Black, Bard, should have no problems doing Triple Crown. I don't think I'm going to have any major issues. So when Bart's is level 11, I'll move on. But what I need is one of those fights with just the defeaters so I can get the motor traps to come down. So it really doesn't matter what my last job is. I'll take anything, honestly. I think the only job that I won't take as my 4th job is Geomancer, just because I've had it enough and it's just not interesting, I don't think. I don't know, maybe it would be useful just for purposes of a YouTube series to leave Geomancer in. I won't be getting to my 4th job in this video, so tell you what, why don't you tell me in the comments down there. Should I stick with Geomancer if I happen to roll it as my 4th job? Is that what the peoples want? I might not be able to get defeaters in this room. I might have to go upstairs. Oh, I have to leave now. I'm at level 10. I can't stay here anymore. Okay, we gotta get out of here. How close is Forest to leveling up? 106. Okay. So we're going to go to the dungeon, and there's a blue magic spell I'm going to get, and it requires somebody to be a multiple of level 5. I'm also going to get that sword. I'm going to buy 1 each of these. I can't. Can I sell anything? I can sell off long swords safely. Because we're definitely going to want a thunder rod later. So Galuf has 1 of each kind of rod. The reason I did that is because, like, if I equip a frost rod, his ice magic spell does more damage. If I equip a fire rod, his fire magic does more damage. Etc. Okay, I think we can move on now. We've got to run from encounters, though. We can't let Forest level up. Forest needs to stay level 10. As we continue on down to the library, I'm gonna take a side trek into this desert over here, though. I want to see how much damage Aqua Breath is doing to me right now, because that's a very potent blue magic spell, and if there's any chance that I can learn it in the near future, I'd rather have it earlier than later. This guy here. Let me see what I can hit it with, first of all. It'd be really nice if I could Deathclaw it, actually. Something tells me I can't, but he's going to use a spell called Aqua Breath on me, and it's going to probably tear my world up. But if I can get it to use Aqua Breath and it doesn't completely wreck me, and then I can win the fight, well, Forest will probably level up for one thing, in which case we're going to be leveling up to 15. Okay. I'm actually just going to reset that. Yeah, let's just reset that. Because I don't want to have to sit around and gain 4 more levels. We can come out after the library and try that. Sometimes science doesn't pan out. Sometimes science is not your friend. I'm actually surprised at the ease at which I killed that thing. Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not. Not with this party. Not with Era and Blizzara. A rod-boosted Blizzara at that. The library dungeon we're about to do has a bunch of different page monsters, and I think it's page 256 that I want. I'm not totally sure. I guess we'll find out when I get in there. So we'll save right here. There is a pot upstairs I can use to heal with. Cool. And in we go. I guess we just kind of let the enemies do to us what they're gonna do. I suppose. Once we start seeing enemies here. How do we get through here? There we go. There are invisible switches that need to be hit. So this is a page 32. And it'll turn into a page 64. And I'm not really sure what kills these things, so we're just going to go with Era for now. Seems pretty good. That turns into a page 64. And then it'll turn into 128 and 256. Oh, there it is, actually. There it is. So, okay, so now we can just burn this thing up. Learn level 5 death. Excellent. So, let's go back to the potion. We gotta find the next invisible switch. There it is. To get safely out of here. Because that's even going to be useful for us before too much longer. One of these is something I need. I think. Or maybe it's not in this world, it's in another world. And I want to say everything in here, is weak to fire, which means you need to actually have a fire rod on, don't you? There it is. Or flame rod, I guess I should say. To boost that fire damage. This time I kind of don't want Forrest to die, so... You guys are going to have to trust me. I know right now Forrest's kind of the butt monkey, but you're going to have to trust me. Forrest is going to be awesome. Bard is just awesome in general. It's going to be great. Don't worry about it. So it was the 64, not the 256. This one might use Moon Flute, though, now that I'm looking at it. The big tribal mask. I wonder if I should try to get it to use Moon Flute on me. Maybe as a counterattack? Yeah, there it is. So that's bad for us, because it's going to berserk all of us, but I think we'll still win this fight, even... Because, I mean, Galuf is going to come out attacking with a Flame Rod. Which should do some decent damage to it. Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll learn Moon Flute. I don't think we'll ever cast Moon Flute. I don't think... Oh, you know what? Nope, there's one monster in the game that casting Berserk on is actually a really good thing. But I don't expect Moon Flute would stick to it. Oh, we gotta go all the way back now, do we? Well, okay. We'll either win this fight or we won't. It's out of our hands. I mean, the good news is, level 5 death can only stick to Forest. Everybody else is immune to it. Galuf's our heavy hitter right now, believe it or not, with that Flame Rod. Y'all slime me, baby! Yeah, go ahead. Slow the one guy in the fight that can actually put out damage while berserked. That's what I want to see. Berserk will not ever wear off either. Oh, and Galuf is on HP leak as well. That's not perfect. So probably we're going to lose Forest here when this thing uses level 5 death. Yep, right there. Oh, but it's going to be so good. The actual dungeon, when we go through it, is going to be such a non-issue. We won't get Moon Fluted again, that's for sure. How much damage did we... Like 900 damage to this thing to kill it last time? I doubt it actually has 900 hit points, but We'll whittle it down, and then we've got to whittle down to 32 after this. But I thought one of these books up here had a spell or something for us. We come back to this location in World 3, so maybe that's it. Oh, yeah, there you go. I guess we can learn that here, too, if we didn't learn it in the Escape. It's like a haven for blue magic. It all comes down to Galuf. And he's slowed. 16? Where'd that 16 come from, Galuf? Oh, you know what? It's just Moonflute. We don't need Moonflute. Oh, did I run out and save after getting level 5 death? I don't remember now. Yeah, you know what? I'm not worried about Moonflute. I do want to check those other couple books, though. And I want to make sure that we did get level 5 death. I did not. Did not. Okay, so we'll get it from the 64 as we go. And not worry about... At least not in that particular fight. Moonflute is a bad idea. Shoot. Well, okay. Oops. Over here. No, up top. There it is. Alright, so let's actually just stay in this room until we get level 5 death. There's a 64. That's exactly what we're looking for. We'll let Forrest get one lick in. And this time I'll make sure to save. I promise. Galuf needs to re-equip his Flame Rod, I think. I don't want to get Moonfluted again. It might not matter, honestly. If it doesn't culminate in the arrow, never mind. This is the arrow guy. This is the guy we don't want to see. So let's arrow him first. See ya. Alright. You guys getting tired of seeing this room yet? This is how Fiesta runs go when you are overconfident about your abilities. Where was that switch at? It wasn't over here, surely, no. Oh, over there. Okay, gotcha. Right out the front. I kind of do still want to go science the, Well, now that we have level 5 death, I can fight my way through this dungeon. I don't need to worry about manipulating my level again, and we're going to kill these creatures in here so quickly. And Forrest almost has her first bard ability. Which may or may not be... Well, it won't be useful. We don't have any way to get songs just yet anyway. But that will change shortly. We will have access to songs before too much longer, don't you worry. Because you get the fire jobs. Bard is a fire job, by the way. And it's a fire job... you get the fire jobs in a couple of different... in 2 different batches. Oh, you can survive that now, can you? Well, then just enjoy having 170 some odd damage come your way, that's for sure. Blue mages are so strong. I love them. I love them. Oh, we might lose Forrest again here, and I'd rather that not happen. Okay, so let's... Unless we can level her up. For this fight, though, I'm gonna need the Frost Rod. This is gonna be so easy to win, I think. I don't know if this boss can be damaged with arrow or not. I guess we'll find out. Because there are summon spells in this game. And I think Ifrit's the only one that you actually have to get as part of the plot. You can't skip Ifrit. Well, Lena's just dead. That's fine. Let's see if we can era you. Eh. But here's the big spell here. A Frost Rod boosted Blizzara. But yeah, no, he didn't like that none too much. Can't high kick a man wearing an Elven Cloak, nerd. I don't know what else I could hit him with. I guess we'll just stick to the 200 damage or whatever from Era. I probably should have went with 2 black mages for this fight instead of 2 blue mages. To reduce the chance of him killing my black mage with Fire. Life sucks when you don't have any Phoenix Downs. But when you're putting out that kind of damage against Ifrits. So now we can summon Ifrit if we had a summoner. Which is the other job. Summoner's the only job I've never seen in a Fiesta now. With this run, I've got Black Mage. I think what I want to do next is go outside, get Forest 1 level so she's not in danger of getting killed by a level 5 death anymore. And then I can safely fight my way through here and get everybody a couple experience levels. Now that I don't have to hold myself back at level 10. Because I think it's pretty clear that I'm at least a little under-leveled right now. Getting one-shot by second-tier attack spells. Not going well for me. So let's go get 1 level for Faris, so she's no longer level 10, and then we're safe unless we gain 4 levels in here and all land at level 15. I do want Bartz and Lena to sit on Blue Mage until they learn the blue ability, I think. Is gonna be my jam. I think these guys have a blue magic spell too if you can confuse them, but maybe they don't. Actually, I should be trying to Deathclaw, I guess. If I can hit with Deathclaw, 1 attack will kill whoever it is. One attack that doesn't do 0 damage, I should point out. So we'll get Forest 1 level, then the world's my oyster, I guess. There is one weapon that I know of in the game that will boost damage from wind spells. But we can't get it until a good ways into World 2, I don't think. Actually, maybe there's 2 of them. There's a samurai sword that might do it as well. Alright, that's what Forest wanted right there. Get us another turtle shell. Get this pot one more time. What we're doing here, by the way, is Sid is like super depressed. Oh, I'm destroying the world. I'm an old stupid man. But his grandson Mid is studying here at the library, which for some reason is infested by monsters. And if we can bring Mid back to him, we can get him to snap out of his funk and help us save the world. So that's the plan, Stan. There's one more boss in this place, and it is just... With Blue Mage, it is trivially easy. Should I be Deathclawing these guys? Where'd my Goblin Punch go? I guess it doesn't matter, I can just attack if they've been Deathclawed.
And one fire should knock him out. Or not. Take a fire and an era, maybe? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get Moonfleet. We're gonna get it. Let's have it. That's a lot of damage. We're not gonna get Moonfleet. Well, if we Deathclaw him... Actually, no, this'll work. If we Deathclaw him and go back to the back row... Now he should die really, really quick. Because he's been Deathclawed. He should only have like 3 hit points left. Excellent. Because I picked up that blue magic spell, I am going to run out of here and save. I know you guys are getting sick of this room, but sometimes the Fiesta, when you're overconfident like I am, is just about seeing the same map over and over as you put together your strategy, what you're going to do with your life. Actually, no, this is perfect. Oh, no, this is absolutely perfect. I'm going to give you Hide. With Hide, I should be able to get Aqua Breath effortlessly. It might take a little bit of finagling, but I think this will work. We'll go back up here to the desert. I think I'm going the wrong way, actually. Yeah, I want to stay inland over here. Where am I going? I don't know. Oh, don't back attack me, bro. That's definitely not cool. I can't... Oh my god, Forrest! I can't bring you back to life, man! I don't have any Phoenix Downs! I gotta... The only lifeline we have in the world right now is a magic potion in this horrible haunted library. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy V, you'll know where I'm going with this, but... Aqua Breath is a really powerful spell in certain cases, and there's one boss coming up in a couple of dungeons, which is a perfect use case for it. The problem is going to be timing the thing's death. I'm going to guess... I actually don't know what it's weak to, but I'm going to guess Ice. I'm going to try to Deathclaw it to start with. 220, that's fine. Just go ahead and Hide. Deathclaw. If I can Deathclaw this thing, everything will be perfect. But some enemies, including most bosses, have an attribute called Heavy, which means they can't be targeted by stuff like Deathclaw. So this is the situation here. Oh, you know what? Maybe that did count as... No, it wouldn't count as learning it. It didn't say I learned it. You do have to win the fight, it looks like. Alright, I did figure that was the case. And if your last living person is hidden and you're able to run from the fight, you will run from the fight. So I need to be able to survive about 200 some odd damage before that's going to work. Okay. Back to the pot one more time. We have scienced appropriately. Deathclaw. I assume that creature is heavy. Because Deathclaw inflicts paralysis as well as reduces their HP levels down to like single digits, any creature that's heavy can't be hit by Deathclaw. And I assume that that creature is heavy, and that's why that didn't work. But the other reason that's not going to work is because if you have a hidden character, like a bard, and then everybody else is killed, the bard automatically runs from the fight if they're able to. But we did need to fight Ifrit Oh, don't back attack, bro. Perfect. Get me out of here. Oh, I actually survived. Rambunctious. I'm going to use one of my few high potions here. Like, this bookshelf doesn't let you through unless you've killed Ifrit, and then Ifrit's like, I will burn you! But because all the creatures in here are books, I'm pretty sure everything in here is weak to fire. And there's one more treasure box way on the down low that... Like, I'm just gonna make you hide. Get out of there. You don't need to be here. I don't know if it's worth using Deathclaw or not, actually. Because it's 2 era spells. Against this thing, I think it is. But once somebody's hidden, you can make them stay hidden forever. And believe it or not, Bard is actually a just incredibly useful Bard ability. There's some... Oh, you make sure you have the right rod equipped, please. There are some situations where having somebody hidden is the key between victory and defeat. That sounds silly, but I promise it's actually the case. I have a Phoenix down! I have some breathing room. Excellent. Get out of here before this guy uses Era and destroys you. I will use Deathclaw on him. I will use Fyra on him. How about that? Since he didn't feel like getting Deathclaw today. Better stick to Era now because we've used Deathclaw so much in here. 21 magic points, but worth it. We do have some tents we can use to refill our magic points later on. The second tier magic in this game is so cheap compared to Final Fantasy VI, which is what I'm a little more used to, really. I do want to try to Deathclaw you, though, just in case you get your Moon Flute out. Okay, now we're going back through the pages, the other direction. So Bart's, I think, is going to be out of magic points now. He is indeed. He's got... Oh, he got Goblin Punch we could use. His back row okay. Not good on the damage, but... I don't know why I thought that was going to work. I was going to try to save 10 magic points there, but I don't know. I don't know why that was important to me, I'm going to be honest. And then you, I just need to burn quickly before you Era me quickly. Okay, so we have someone with blue. So now what I want to do... I want all 4 of my characters to know the blue command. I'm going to leave Faris as a bard until she masters it. So what I'm going to do right now is swap Bart's with Galuf. So I'll have a black with blue and a blue with black. That's only level 1 black. I don't need level higher than that right now, though. So yeah, just level 1 black magic is fine for you. Flame Rod is what you should have equipped. And the Elven Mantle. Okay, so that's good. Lena will learn blue next. And I guess... Maybe I'll change... I don't know if I need to go higher in Blue Mage. than learning the blue command. It might be better off having more black mages. I need to use a tent. We are going to need... you know what? No, I'm not. I don't need to use a tent here. I just need to cast Deathclaw. Because I was talking about having certain enemies having the heavy attribute. But the boss of this dungeon, who we're about to fight, who is a major roadblock for so many Fiesta parties, is not heavy. And what that means is, Forest can hide. We can hit it with Deathclaw. And then we can hit it with Goblin Punch. And that's it. That is a long, atrocious fight for some Fiesta groups. I think I'm going to go 2 blacks with blue, actually. Or maybe 2 blacks with learning, because I do want to have some people with learning. And I think having 2 black mages is going to be more useful than having 2 bards at any point in the game. And of course, Mid knows a shortcut to right to this point of the dungeon. Why not? Why wouldn't he? Okay. I would like to level up enough to actually be able to use Aqua Breath. I'm trying to think where would be an appropriate place to do that. Nearby. I'd have to use blue mages to do it, because black mages won't have enough hit points to make it happen. Alright, so now... do I want to go with 2 blacks? I don't need to... I know where I'm going to need to switch to learning. And it's not nearby. Oh, here we go. Here's a book telling you how blue mages work now, 17 hours into the game. And we have this one book. Let's get the salty run back here. Oh, your era didn't kill me, bro. You're about to really regret that. Black with blue can heal themselves, whereas black with learning can learn new blue magic as we go. Black with blue or blue with black, both are excellent options. I'm going to want to go back and buy the other black magic spells too. I don't think most of them are super useful, but I'd rather have the full lists. Oh, I guess that was it. They only want to burn possessed books. Like, they don't want to burn books that are... They're not doing it for purposes of government oppression. Of course not. Of course not. I don't know what ability Lena's going to learn at that 250 mark, but I think for now, we are going to go with black mages over the blue mages. Just for the damage output. Because they could still use their blue magic, so we'll just do that. Now we gotta walk back to Carnac. I'm gonna fight as we go. Just to, what are you equipped with? Mithril Sword. Let's give you this Frost Rod, so you're gonna use... Oh, you can't, never mind. You don't have black level 3. So, in order to cast a level 3 black magic spell, which is what we're up to here, you actually need to learn the ability black level 3. Whereas, once you learn the blue command, you can use any blue magic spell, because blue is not broken into levels. You can go with Fyra, because you've got the Fire Stick. And that means you're going with Thunder, because you've got the Thunder Stick. Most excellent. And hey, if my last job is chemist, we'll have a couple of turtle shells for the road. Notice how Forest, like, pretty much always acts first. Can you be Deathclawed? That'd be really nice. Okay, apparently not. Because bards just have really high agility. They're one of the highest agility classes. So Forest will almost always act first, and it's going to be very useful for quite a lot of the game. So we're starting to gain levels in Black Mage now. Get out of here, Forest. Trying to think, like, what would I really want for my 4th job? I almost always want at least one martial job, like knight, ninja, samurai, something like that. But I think what I want to do here now is it in the inn here? Upstairs in the inn, perhaps? We gotta find where Sid and Mid are. Oh no, the queen is upstairs in the inn. Because apparently she survived the ship and the castle exploding, and they put her up in the inn. There's like a house somewhere where they're at. Not this house, though. The pub. There we go. Alright, cutscene time. I'm gonna hit the button as quickly as I can to get through this. Because we've got more fun stuff to do. So in the scene we have Mid, the young scientist, nerd, Poindexter type, beating some sense into his old grandpa who's down in the dumps and is kind of depressed. And you know, if there was another man in the room who had a precocious grandchild who from time to time had to beat some sense into him for being too depressed, it might be really useful to jog his memory. In fact, it might be so useful and so relevant to the plot that we would have to see a flashback to this scene during this scene. So they're going to get the fire ship up and running for us, so we can make use of it. You know what? We have Bard in the party, so we do have to do this. Really bad at piano. We'll get better. There's 8 pianos in the world. And there are some Bard songs that you can learn. Oh, we need to buy more Black Mage gear, actually. I need one more Silk Robe. I need one more of these for certain. Okay. Since we're going to be rocking 2 Black Mages for a little while. And in fact, I also would like my Black Mages to have my Elven Mantles, if you don't mind. Perfect. There's some Bard songs that you can get, but only if you play enough pianos. There's 8 pianos total in the game. Most of them are in the beginning of the game. In fact, I think we can reach 4. And that's going to be the goal at the end of this video. Now that we're over our 90 minutes, but we wasted quite a lot of time in the Carnac Escape and in the library. So we're like, I go downstairs, sleep it off. By the time you guys wake up, you know what we need is a flashback to the scene we just saw like 8 steps ago. Galif's having memory issues. Oh, here's the flashback. We need... Guys, the average JRPG player has a memory like a deceased goldfish, and they have to be reminded constantly of the scenes they just watched over and over and over again. Can you hear me pushing the button so fast to get through this dialogue? All I want for Christmas, guys, if you guys really want to get me something great for Christmas, get the Final Fantasy V ROM for Game Boy Advance and hack it. So, first of all, I can have all the jobs unlocked at the beginning of the game, and second of all, remove all the cutscenes. Like this, so I just leave all the dungeons and boss fights and stuff intact, just remove the cutscenes. That's what I want for Christmas this year. So it turns out the meteorites aren't bad things at all. They're actually good things, because Galif comes from another planet, and meteorites are like their spaceships, and 416 years ago, or however old he is, he defeated some big bad warlock guy, but the warlock guy was like, I refuse to die. And they're like, alright, well, let's just pack you in a meteor, and we'll take you over to this other planet, and we'll seal you there with the 4 crystals. And then Galif went home. But one of Galif's bros was a homeboy named Dorgan. And Dorgan, spoilers, you're not supposed to know this at this point in the story, is Bart's father. But the crystals are now exploding, and if all 4 of them burst, X-Death will be released. And that's what we are trying to prevent. Also, I already told you that the final boss of the game is named Neo X-Death. So you can evaluate how successful we're going to be on your own. Alright, we should... Now that we have the fire ship, we need to take a quick run back to old villages to play pianos. In retrospect, I should have been doing that as we found villages, but at the time I didn't know we'd roll Bard, so I wasn't really thinking about it. So, this is our world map. Looks pretty sexy, pretty sexy. So we can go anywhere we want now, basically. And I am going to take this opportunity to level up a little bit, as we fight sea monsters and what have you. Thunder-boosted thunder spells are the name of the game here. That's why I bought another thunder rod, because I knew we'd be fighting sea monsters, and there's one boss coming up as well in a little while who is very weak to thunder magic. In fact, it's another boss that gives a lot of Fiesta parties severe trouble. I think I want to do this, actually. Because we can fly with the dragon, but the dragon can't fly over mountains. So if we warp back to where the dragon is, we can easily reach some of these older pianos very quickly. Wonderful. Okay. This dragon will take us to 2 pianos, and then I'll take a look at the world map to refresh my memory, because remember, there's 3 worlds in this game, and some of the pianos are in World 2, and exactly one of them is in World 3. In fact, there's the area where X-Death is sealed, where before there were 4 rocks arranged in a pattern that we just saw in Galif's flashback. Now there only one rock remains. Okay, so if we go to Tule here... Oh, we gotta get these amoral hussies off the stage. And then I can play the piano. Yeah, thanks very much. Okay, piano time. Ugh, it's hard to listen to. Ugh, anyway. That's all we have to do here. I do kind of want to buy the low-level black magic. It's not going to be super useful to us as far as I know. And money's still at a premium. It will be for a little while. But now... we want to fly up to Carwin here. For piano number 3. This is piano number 2, but we're doing them kind of out of order. Anything to stop the worst town music in the Final Fantasy series. Okay, that's that one. I think there's actually 2 more pianos that I can reach right now, and I've got to do them in a particular order. Because Waltz doesn't have one. Actually, I think when we take the Meteor Warp here, we're going to go under X-Death's forests. If you want to look very closely. I'll hit my world map when we get back to the boat, so I don't end up on a much longer boat trip than I intended. Yeah, we just went past X-Death's forest there. Actually, no, there's 2 more stops we need to make in the boat here. Okay, let's... First of all, let's drop a save. I feel like I haven't saved in a little bit. So let's see. I could also do this later on when I have an actual airship. But I don't know, doing it now is also fine. Sneak our boat up this way. And go up to the waterfall village of Istori, I think it's called. These guys are going to get healed from thunder, I bet. Because they're thunder anemones. And yet, oh, you know what? Let's just try level 5 death. Sometimes you throw it out. This time it didn't work for us. Sometimes it doesn't work. But, you know, sometimes it do. We'll try ice next. You just gotta keep your options open when you're dealing with black mages, that's all. One-shotting them like this is probably the way to go. Yeah. You don't want to split damage against monsters unless you know that they're weak to your thing. We're just not going to have any trouble at all staying healed. So... Those lightning scrolls are very valuable if you have a ninja. Do I have to go up and around this? Yeah, I do. This part of the game is basically just get in your ship and go exploring, so we're actually doing the intended strat right now. These thunder anemones, though, are not my best friends in the world. I'm gonna be honest. Ooh, can I flash them, I wonder? Or Deathclaw them or something. My vampire didn't hit. I'm not happy about that. Hey, let's flash them. Then they can't target me with... Never mind, they totally can. You wouldn't think they'd be able to target you, but they did. There we go. Does anybody like arrow here? Oh, the bird obviously doesn't. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. I think we'll take you down with Blizzard. And then we'll see if the bird can be... Oh, level... See if the bird can be taken down with level 5 death. Nope, never mind. How about Deathclaw? You like Deathclaw? No, not today. Not having it. Bird Brain here being a bit of a stickler. In fact, a ninja would be super useful as my 4th job. Yeah, I'm going to run from the thunder and enemies. We do still need lots and lots of escapes, don't forget. Like, that is not something that has changed. There's our village. Now, I don't think... You know, let's actually do a little bit of shopping here. I don't want to spend all my gold. I have so little gold. Is there a weird back room up here, or is it just me? Oh, it's just where the guy lives. Okay. I saw a box in a back room. I'm like, I wonder if that's treasure. Let's go try to get it. We are going to use the inn here. So I think this armor shop just sells the magic rings. Yeah, and they're super expensive. Also super useful, but... The first thing we can get here is the Toad spell. Not going to be really useful to us because we already have Pawn's Chorus if we want to turn stuff into toads, but another thing we can get here, if we go around the long way... Ooh, what magic spells do we have? I do have to pay attention to magic shots. This is all time magic. Oh man, Time Mage is my other job. It'd be real nice. Alright, we're going to go pick on this sheep. Poke, poke, poke this sheep right in the butt. Get kicked over the fence. Romeo's Ballad. So Romeo's Ballad is our first bard song, and its use is to cast Regenerate on the whole party. So as long as we have Romeo's Ballad... I'm also going to hit the inn, because I'm almost out of magic points. As long as we have Romeo's Ballad, we have regen, which is nice. So we finally have a way to heal that's not vampire. And that alone might be enough for a bard to pull their weight through much of the game. But, oh no, my friends, it only gets better. 2 more stops. On our little quest. I think now we're going to want to go north? Yeah, north. Not quite straight north, though. We want to come over a little bit to the east and try north from here. This wraparound donut-shaped world that all 16-bit JRPGs had. Thunder and enemies are just not worth the trouble. They can't be just killed with thunder magic. Here I thought I was doing a smart by bringing my thunder magic ahead of the game. Oh, I want to go around this way, don't I? So there's one more town we want to visit in this area. Oh, these guys here. These guys, hold on, let me think. They have... They have blue magic for us, but we can't get it without being able to control them. We would need a Beastmaster. I think they have Mighty Guard or something. Oh, is Romeo's Ballad the one that stops them? Maybe... No, it's not the regen one. It's the stop one. Romeo's Ballad is the one that casts stop. So no, that was the best thing to get first. Because that's probably the most powerful bard spell there is early on. You can probably at this point hear my poor dog Lulu being upset at I don't even know what. You're just going to have to listen to her bark for the next 10 minutes or however long it takes me to finish up here. Assuming I can reach this town. It might be surrounded by mountains now that I'm thinking about it. It might not even be reachable. Yeah, with Romeo's Ballad, the enemies don't even get an action. You just chain cast it and they stay stocked the whole time. It's amazing. Oh yeah, we might be completely surrounded by mountains here. Apparently not. We just walk the rest of the way. That cave is nothing useful at all. There's no reason to ever go in that cave. It's an endgame kind of side quest situation. I mean, you could go in there in World 1 just to explore. Bombs, huh? Well, I don't want to deal with you, that's for sure. In fact, let's throw Blizzara at you until you die. Now they can teach us the Blue Magic Exploder, but I have other ways to learn that if I really, really want to. And I think in this town we might be able to afford some better gear for our Blue Mage. We'll have to see how it goes. Alright, so here we are in Jacques Hole. And do we need to hit the inn here? Nah, I think we'll be okay. Anything in these little boxes? No? I don't even know I went up on that ledge. I thought you could pass up through here to the upper part of the town, I guess, but you can't. Any black magic here? Lots of good white magic, but nothing as far as black magic goes. Okay. How about equipment? We have a coral sword, which is something I definitely want. I'm only going to get one of these. I can sell all of these. Even if we get a ninja later, I can just go and get more of those. We're not going to need these. We can get better. We're not going to need this. We're not going to need this. Good. Okay, so buy one of these. For the Blue Mage. So that's a lightning elemental. We might actually put that to use later. But more importantly, make Goblin Punch a little bit stronger. What do you have for me, if anything? I want to buy 3 of these. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford these at the moment. Let's see if... that's not going to sell for anything. I'm not going to be able to afford 3 of these. You know what? Let's just go ham, selling a bunch of stuff. That's 2 of them I can afford. I'm not going to have... Even if I do need mithril swords later, I can buy them. And let's sell this whip. There, now I can afford 3 of them. Just so my mages are a little better off as far as defense goes. Perfect. Now, the real reason we came to this faraway village. There is another piano. getting pretty good at that. That, by the way, is the song that doesn't end. It goes on, my friends. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because that was the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on, my friends. I'm going to run from the rest of the monsters, because I'm getting pretty sick of playing this game, and we're over 2 hours now. And it is incumbent upon me to go find out why Doggo is Barco. But first we just need to make our way across this daisy chain of islands here. If we find just Sahagins that I can blow away using thunder really easily, I will. These guys here, like, yeah, we'll take care of these guys. They're just walking around free XP. And they can't hit us because they're stopped. My puppy's name is Lulu, by the way. I don't see the peaking in Audacity when she's barking, so I might have my audio settings set to where you might not be able to hear her, but I don't actually know. Her name's Lulu. She's adorable, and she's very loud and very needy. And she needs attention 100% of the time. And, oh, this is my Blue Mage. We have a Thunder Rod equipped. I have to make very carefully sure that I don't accidentally use up a rod instead of equipping it. When you go to equip one, if you're not paying attention to what you're doing and you accidentally use it as an item instead, now your rod is broken. And where am I at? I still got a ways to go. Continue sailing to the east. To the final town on our stop. And as soon as you get here, because at this point in the game, if you're playing vanilla and you don't have a walkthrough and you don't really know where you're going or what you're doing, it's just get in your boat and go explore. So you find the other villages around and you check them out, but this is the actual plot flag. When you come here, your boat sinks. How your boat got dragged all the way out to there, I couldn't tell you. So we're stranded here for the next 37 hours. You have to wait it out in real time. But before we do that, so I think it's 5 pianos, right? Tule, Carnac, Carwen, Jacques Hole, and Crescent Island. That leaves 3 pianos in the game, which we won't get until much, much later. So this guy, he gives us the regeneration song. And because we played the pianos... No, you gotta play all the pianos and come back. I think that's it. I think that's all we can do for now. I'll just check the shops real quick, even though I'm completely broke. Oh look, we can finally buy a harp for our bard. I don't understand the point of harps. I really don't get what the point of even having them in the game is. But we're broke, we've got no ship, we've got no way to get out of here. This seems like as good a time as any to save it. And when we come back next time, in part 3 of 4-Job Fiesta, maybe we'll get out of this mess.